So today I'm having my first Zoom interview. Everybody's online right now, and I'm connecting with a fellow Brit, Mamta Saha, who's a locally based psychologist here in Dubai. And we've met a few times, and now we decided to do a proper interview because she's a very busy lady. She's having clients coming out of her ears with a lot of the issues that everybody is dealing with whilst being on lockdown and in quarantine. So I wanted to discuss them with you and share them with you because she's got some great tips for us, some great advice to make you feel that you're not the only one. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Bruno, for having me. And what a great time to be talking about all of this anxiety that people are facing. It's an unprecedented time that we're all in right now.
Yeah, now the three topics we want to talk about. Anxiety is a very big one right now. So tell me, what are some of the things that people are coming to you and how are they sharing the anxiety issues that they're having?
Yeah, anxiety, firstly, just very simply put, is when we feel a sense of being out of control. So we have an overwhelm of thoughts and feelings. We cannot stay present. We're either too much into the future or we're too much into the past. Whatever it is, we're not feeling grounded. And the kinds of things that people are coming up with now is, you have your mild levels of anxiety where, you have a stable client who's perfectly fine day to day, but then occasionally they have these bursts of anxiety where they just suddenly feel out of sorts. And that term is being used a lot, that I'm feeling out of sorts. So it's really where that person is just feeling overwhelmed by the thought of, and the fact also that they cannot control what is going on in their lives right now. From day to day, from hour to hour, things are changing. And not everybody has all the detail. I mean, nobody has the detail really, or seeking information. So you have that kind of anxiety. I have other clients where the anxiety is more on a physical level, on a physiological level, where suddenly they might find that their heart is beating really, really quickly, and their breath is also out of control. They're not able to regulate their breathing. So, and this is quite common for one of my clients who is suffering with it quite a lot these days. And there are a few simple techniques and tools that you can use to help become balanced, regardless of the severity of the anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about breathing techniques. Give us a basic technique that we can all do today.
So a really lovely technique is, it's a form of meditation as well. So we talk about meditation a lot, and some people are just like, I don't do that, I don't know what it is. But all it is, in simple terms, is focusing on your breathing and having that just the one point of focus, and that could be your breath. So a very simple and easy technique is breathing in for a count of 5. So let's do it now, Bunam. So let's say deep breath out, and then count in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and then breathe out for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you
And
would
do
do that.
breathe out through our nose or our mouth?
Ideally nose, but it really doesn't matter as long as the breath is coming out. Either, you do it 5 times or you do it 10 times. And if you do that, if you commit to doing that, what you find is you feel relaxed. You've done it once and you already look relaxed, actually. You feel relaxed, and also you get clarity in your thinking because the oxygen is going to parts of your brain that were shut off because there was not enough breath getting there. There's not enough air getting there. That's what causes the stress. So advice for any of the viewers is, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling overwhelmed, stop whatever you're doing. And you may not be out in a massive park, but just stop what you're doing, ground your feet, visualize deep roots coming from the soles of your feet. Everybody can visualize that. So visualize these deep roots coming from the soles of your feet, and then practice that breathing at least 5 to 10 times, and you will notice yourself feeling better.
Yeah, and nature's a big thing. You mentioned about grounding yourself, and hugging a tree is really good. I've hugged trees a lot in my life recently, and with all this social distancing, it really comes in handy. Even planting and potting and stuff, herbs and stuff. We've been doing that in the balcony. It makes a difference. And you talked about, how your body feels with anxiety. I remember for 3 or 4 weeks, many years ago, I experienced anxiety like nothing I've ever experienced before. And I had the heart palpitations, everything was so stressful. I couldn't see the future. I couldn't see, and I know that experience. And it was a very hard thing to calm down. And breathing is the basic thing that we need to do, because the mind is going everywhere. And I think also this whole experience, because we're all in it teaches us that life is completely uncertain, you know? So it kind of shifts our mentality to say you have to really accept the present moment for what it is now.
Yes, absolutely. And I think another tool, breathing is brilliant. Another tool is journaling. Journaling is really powerful. So, journaling sounds really fancy. It really isn't. Grab a piece of paper, grab a pen or a pencil, just scribe, write down whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling in no chronological order. Just get it out. The mere fact that you're extracting all of that from your mind is like a therapy session in itself. So, psychologists have proven that journaling has a healing effect and actually is great for our immunity. So if you journal, if you write things down, then it helps to actually indirectly build our immunity, and that's what we all want to be concentrating on doing. And actually, you touched upon it as well. So hugging trees, if you can get to a tree, grab and bear hug it as tight as you can. If you can't get out of your apartment, beautiful. So that's a lovely example. Get the leaf of that basil plant and just feel it. So use your five senses: thinking, feeling, taste, etc. Okay, hear it, touch it, smell it, and really absorb yourself in that leaf of the plant. And then what you do is you escape from whatever you were thinking, the bubbles of thoughts that were weighing heavy in your head, that were not serving you, and you actually then focus all of your energy and effort onto that little beautiful piece of nature that then grounds you and lowers your levels of anxiety.
Yeah, and one thing I've done, I mean, being a journalist, you think I'd be watching the news all day, but I don't. I've actually limited the amount of news I watch. In fact, I don't even watch it at all anymore. I just go online, check out the headlines, and that's it. Because I think if you indulge in that, you're going to reduce your immune system anyway due to the fear and the panic that you're adding. So, what you're eating, what you're doing, what you're watching, the people you're around, the people you're calling, watch inspiring positive things, because that all affects your immune system. Now, let's go on to the best bit. One of the best topics I want to talk about, which can be fun, but it can also be scary. And that is people are talking about relationships stuck in quarantine. I've heard of Corona babies on the way, Corona divorces. Tell me some of the stories that clients have about the relationships and how they're coping.